Previously on this season of D&Dark. As you step out the front doors of Warwick Castle, you see what Jack saw the beginnings of as Dracula is descending from the sky and mobs of people are beginning to form in awe of his spectacle. You were able to clock that he was en masse hypnotically suggesting to the crowds as he spoke to them.
You need not be afraid of me, good citizens of the English countryside. For I am a great admirer of your country, and your culture, and your command over the Western world. I was slain before by your religious orders. They saw me as a monster, and not without reason. They are partially correct. Your land, your country, your way of life is under attack, not by soldiers in a war, but by beasts that hide among you. They depend upon your complacency to flourish before they feast on you and upend the normality of this life and culture that you and I both admire. Your streets are not safe. I, Count Dracula, understand these horrors. As you have seen, I have the power to force them into submission and drive them out. I can excise this rot and free you from the danger that stalks the moonlit streets. That is, if you allow me to, with your invitation.
No!
I can take your country back to the heights it once aspired to. I can keep your family safe and elevate your standard of living so you can take your rightful place and they can be reminded of theirs. Do I have your invitation?
Larry, as you start to come to, you see a couple of the vampire spawn are looming over you, about to bite into your neck, but they hesitate and then take a few steps back, look to each other, and vanish as they run off. You pull out the amulet that you took from the asylum, from the personal belongings of one R.M. Renfield.
What do you got for me?
It is pulsating with this icy cold temperature. And as you pull it out and hold it close to you to examine it, you hear a strained gasp. And you hear faint, echoing whispers saying, "Get out of London. Stay away from the shadows. Stay in the light."
I'm gonna look around me. And I'm gonna ask, who am I speaking to right now?
I understand your hesitation.
God damn it, that voice.
We have a lot more in common than you realize, but we are both in very dire straits right now. And if you are to survive, then you will need to stay in the light, stay out of the shadows, and get away from London.
Who, what, where, when, why, what? Huh?
You are, in essence, the ninth and lowest layer of the 9 hells that I rule over. You may know me as the Devil Lord Asmodeus. I am under no obligation to keep you here, but I can't just let you go without getting something in return.
What do you want?
There is, lurking within the abyss, a prince of undead. I will release you from hell, if you can eliminate him from the board. And of course, return the soul that rightfully belongs here.
Does this entity have its own name, besides Dracula, the one that it is attached to it?
Orcus.
Orcus is the demon prince of the undead. He's a big bloated corpse-looking dude. He's gross.
Yummy.
There is a gate in a verse that leads back to the material plane. You will need to unlock that gate with a key from each of the other Devil Lords above me, and I will give you a vessel with which to carry these keys.
And an enormous boulder
Oh my god.
appears before you.
The path is simple, straightforward, and steep. If you want out of hell, you're going to have to roll your way up.
All right, I will take on your literally Sisyphean task and get out of here so that I can do the thing that you asked me to do in the first place.
The one that you know as Raynor was an aspect of me. He is to me what your werewolf is to you. He is my worst tendencies, dialed up and exaggerated. He is what is left over of me after what the Master put me through.
You or your other half has put us through a lot of shit. So I think it would be in everyone's best interest if around them you just are a normal locket, okay?
You snake!
The carriage peels out of there, and the mob continues to sprint after you. You outrun the mob, but you are all marked and known. What might he want with a soul, and why would he risk taking one on, knowing that it would incinerate within him in a matter of a few weeks at most?
My father, Victor Frankenstein, is up in Northampton. If you can consult him, he might also have a way to help.
With a hand on your shoulder, Phantom, she's going to look you in your good eye. You are on a dangerous path, and there is a crossroads ahead of you. There is still time. Heed what I have to say, or don't. It is entirely up to you. But your soul, as it stands now, is in jeopardy.
Is there any chance of bringing someone back?
There are ways that you can commune with him, and then she'll hand you a scroll of Speak with Dead. So, as you pull back into Stratford,
Oh my god, there's some shit going on over there.
the standard townspeople are muttering to themselves and watching with suspicious eyes as Gonzo is standing directly in the middle and is attempting to negotiate on both sides. Neither me nor my house will be here for long if you simply let me go. Look, whatever you all did, things are a bit tense right now, so you should probably be careful, especially since I see you brought back one of Dracula's spawn with you.
Oh?
Oh no!
Wait, hold on.
She doesn't remember.
I have a proposition for you.
All right, what is it?
I could use a little more on-the-ground reporting. We have, unfortunately, just missed the grand opening of the big art exhibit in the town of Windsor. However, they will be opening up and displaying a brand new opera house.
Oh.
And they will be commemorating the celebration with a masquerade ball. I hear the famous traveling opera singer Christine Daae herself will be there to give a grand performance commemorating the grand opening of this opera house.
Phantom's gonna pull a stunt. I would like to attempt to compose a song into the Necronomicon.
Interesting.
So I was thinking, what if this song could, like, just tear open a hole in the abyss, pull it from, like, somewhere else, and then just blast it, or just release a bunch of shit into the world. Hopefully to kill Dracula.
What I will say, that song that you compose and send into the Necronomicon is loaded up.
I'm very excited.
Ordenburg's lightning javelin. It's in there. If there's something within that javelin that could help me, I am going to try.
Dracula apparently jumped ahead on the soul part.
If he's attempting to bond with the soul, to claim it for his own, he will have to, of course, overcome any of the personality that is lingering within it before it fully and truly becomes his own. But if he can do that before the soul disintegrates, and if he can shove that soul in a cage, then that is a path to lichdom. As you kind of push some of the branches away to make sure that you've got a good vantage point, you notice the spot on your arm where Raynor splashed you with some of that temporary visibility serum, and it's still visible, and it's slightly bigger than you had remembered.
Oh, so dramatic, just like you always were, Carmilla. I'm glad to be out of your hair.
Wait! You remember me. Why do you remember me and no one else does?
Wait, does no one else remember you?
No, not a soul, except for my friends and you. But no one else remembers. Dracula took all of it for himself.
A spark of electricity jumps off of your bolts and connects with the javelin, and you see the spectral figure of the Saint Maria Van Helsing.
So in order to wield this power, I have to essentially take up the mantle that Vordenberg did.
You must uphold the ideals that he represented. If you are to be granted this power, then you must be bound by the oath he swore. His oath before he invoked the rites of Hemocraft and walked the path of the Blood Hunter was one of vengeance. I would encourage that you swear a more virtuous oath.
So, if I were to swear oath, I get to make it on my terms.
If you are to swear your oath and take on this power, I shall grant it to you, but you must abide by the tenets of the oath you swear. Be the redemption that you seek. Show them their hypocrisy by being the better man.
I swear. Powers of the Seraphim, I invoke thee.
And as the lightning in full speed impacts you, you will lose 2 levels of Barbarian and gain 2 levels in Paladin.
Whoa! Oh, shit. Yeah! Jack, we need to grab Larry right now. I've got a fantastic bit of news for the both of you. A friend of ours, Marlo, just told us that who appears to be a beautiful opera singer, Christine's going to be in town. And I think I can pop Imhotep right back from wherever he is if you two will just help me get that voice.
Would I be able to take a look at that book?
You wouldn't be able to read it anyway, at least not with your sanity intact. We couldn't possibly lose a mind as sharp as yours, Jack.
All right, so Jack, you swipe the Necronomicon.
Would it be too much if I attempted to do modify memory?
Interesting. What specifically do you want to do?
Have Phantom believe that only him and I have express permission to use this book.
Holy shit.
What the heck, man?
Here's what I'm willing to negotiate with you. You will get level 3 exhaustion. This will work. You will have more than one roll on the insanity table, and there is another bigger lingering consequence that I will not disclose.
Yeah, let's do it.
That
is our tall, stretched out man. Man who's too long.
Man who too long.
And this man who is too long leans down and looms over you and says, "A friend from up above sends their regards." And he drops in front of you a signet ring that is silver and spirals into the shape of a skull. Go ahead and add to your inventory a witch's ring. It is dangerous, but there are resources in Big Ben Tower in London. If you can get me there are a few allies that I might still hold some sway over, and we might be able to get you some of that information, and in the process, if you can brave that and you can survive the gauntlet that awaits you, you can lessen some of the Master's resources and firepower.
Okay. That sounds like a plan.
As you open the door to this house, you see, splayed out throughout the interior of it, the dead bodies of all of the merchants that had just sold their blood to Huey, Dewey, and Louie. In the center of them, you see Jack holding 2 bloodied knives.
Oh my god.
Whoa!
What?
And in the back of the room, you see the Necronomicon as the blood is being magnetically pulled in.
I have no idea what just happened.
The town's agreement was breached. That is not going to end well for the undead community unless they get someone and something to pin it on.
1 week, you'll have the book.
There's a very old alchemical ritual. It requires extracting the brain to be able to do it, so
Well, I think I know someone who could do that.
it would give you an elixir that could restore any of your lost memories to whomever drinks it. It will remove all existing memories from the heads of everyone who still has them concerning you.
And I will be the only one who remembers me at all?
You go see my father and tell him I said hi when you meet him.
There are a couple of other carriages that have a few coffins spread out throughout them.
Ooh.
3 of them that you can clock in total. Those are coffins filled with grave dirt. If he ever were to perish, then his body would decorporealize into mist and reapparate in the nearest coffin, where he would regain his strength and return anew. I see he's spreading them out a bit to give himself a bit more leeway. As the carriage pulls up into Windsor, everyone seems weirdly disaffected by everything that you've been going through so far. Why, I simply would never be bold enough to wear a mask of the famed serial killer, the Phantom of the Opera.
No. Oh my god, no.
I'm just feeling scandalous today.
I am conspicuously present in the wings. If Christine makes too hard of a sideways glance, I'm going to be there.
You hear the opening notes of the aria of Berlioz's La Damnation de Faust. This is a mezzo aria, and Christine Daae is a soprano.
I don't like this.
And so what you have preserved in the conch right now is the voice of Christine Daae permanently in the wrong key. A man walks up behind Marlo, Mary, and Larry and steps out to the balcony.
Oh, no.
Draws attention to himself and announces,
Thank you for coming, ladies and gentlemen! I do apologize for interrupting such a wonderful performance, but believe me, this is merely a taste of what's to come. I can't be going around spoiling the whole performance before it's fully ready, now can I? Now, everyone, why don't we all give it up for Miss Daae? What a born performer! It seems as if it comes so naturally. She's perfect. Almost. Anyway. When the full performance is ready, you must all return to see her atop her golden pedestal, and you won't be able to help yourself from worshipping the woman who's mine. But before we get ahead of ourselves, you must all join me at the Grand Banquet Hall. Each and every last one of you is my personal guest, and I, Dorian Gray, invite you in.
You motherfucker!
Wow.
I have just opened up a new exhibit in my Grand Banquet Hall, and I'd love for you all to take a look.
something about these paintings is what's the cause and source of the weirdness in town.
Miss Daae, as something of a twist on our form, I am here to rescue you.
I have never escaped from you. I don't know what you want of me, but if you're here to rescue me, then please tell me, is what you have to offer any better?
Genuinely, Christine, I apologize. That little sensation you just went through, that voicelessness, a temporary side effect of this conch, and I'll flourish it. As long as I get you out of here and away from whatever charlatan has you trained now, you can go free.
You were at one point an angel overseeing me, but since then you have taken everything from me, and I know that your life has been hard, and I apologize for any contribution I might have had to that, but my life has been nothing but a life led in your shadow. And you've taken everything from me already, so if I give you this one last thing, will I ever have to see you again? And if the answer is no, then I'll consider it.
Christine, I led you to believe many years ago in that Paris Opera House, as I was confused myself, I led you to believe that I loved you. I've come to learn that I was obsessed, and not necessarily with you. I fell in love with your voice, and it is with your voice that I would like to spend the remaining years of my life creating music.
Why did you show me mercy and let me go, if all I am to you is my voice?
I don't have many friends, and you saw me, even the ugly and vulnerable parts. And I mean, you're still here, right?
I will give you my voice. I will undo the training that my patron is putting me under right now. He is difficult to say no to, but I've seen compassion and mercy from you, and I have seen none from him. Look me in the eyes as you are now, with no mask, with no wig, vulnerable, not as the Phantom of the Opera, but as Eric, and tell me you are every bit as irredeemable a monster as everyone says you are, and that I was wrong for daring to dream that you could be something more. If you do that, I will give you my voice right here and now, no questions asked.
Christine, we have to get you out of here. That's the truth. I'm not going to... Come on. You know we have to get you out of here. You have a life to live in nobody's shadow.
A winner will be drawn and given a personalized custom painting from Basil Hallward himself to be part of the Hallward collection, which you can see prominently displayed all throughout the art gallery. I could have sworn the expression on this painting was different a moment ago. If you stare very closely at the brushstrokes, you can see some of them begin to shift and move in between blinks.
In your running around and checking out the portraits, have you found one of Dorian yet?
And Phantom's going to pull out the gun, prestidigitate, color the orange nub so it looks real, and hand it to Christine.
Wow.
Get out of here and don't look back.
So Phantom, you are completely immobilized as you feel all of your vitality drain out of you, and Basil swivels around the easel to reveal your portrait, and your soul has now left your body and been imprisoned within this portrait. You do still have some of your wherewithal and whereabouts, but because now you do have a painting, Dorian has some degree of influence over you. And Basil starts to reach for something in his coat pocket, but the zone of truth makes him hesitate, and he puts his hand back down. I made an unfortunate wish that I could capture his essence, the true essence of his beauty, in my art, and since then I've been unable to do otherwise. And he seeks to fill this gallery with more of my work, continuing to capture the essence of others, so that he may revitalize his own. That original painting of his is warped and twisted beyond all recognition.
Can you tell me where it is?
It is hidden away beneath this gallery. Excuse me, this area is off limits.
I look at our high charisma friend Marlowe.
I do have an express invitation from Master Dorian Gray himself, saying that I was invited anywhere and that nowhere was off limits to me.
Yeah, that is true.
So I think I understand what's going on here. He's got a soul cage, and I presume you know how to destroy those.
We have your book.
Have you read it? Soul cages must be properly bolstered and empowered by absorption of additional souls. When done correctly, the soul cage will be nigh indestructible. However, It is encouraged to keep magical safeguards around the cage regardless of this fact, as it can still be made vulnerable to attack if on hallowed ground, a powerful magician dispels the essence of evil and good from the cage. Note that if it becomes necessary to remove the soul from the cage or transfer to a different cage, then under these same circumstances, a Reaper's Scythe can safely extract the soul. If the soul cage is destroyed without such extraction, then the soul within shall perish with the cage. So as he casts Dispel Evil and Good, the painting flies out of your hands, Larry, and lets out an unearthly wail as the room begins to rumble. You fall back, recoiling from the sound of a prestidigitated gunshot. You see Christine Daye holding the pistol up in the air with Basil in her arms before she holds the gun up to his head.
Oh my god!
Dorian, please. I couldn't defend myself. Please help.
Oh, Basil. Look at you. Did you really think that you would be helpful to me for very much longer? No. You can find your own way out of this.
And Basil looks at you with melancholy and with extreme sadness and remorse and regret in his eyes, reaches into one of his pockets. Dorian, it pains me to hear that. You are all my art. And there was a time when I wanted nothing more than that. As he pulls from his pocket a monkey's paw with 3 fingers curled in and 2 remaining up.
His blood goes cold. He knows what this means.
I wish that Dorian Gray were dead. Christine sees you making your way back to the soul stream and then shouts, "Eric, stop!" And then she will take, what was it, 10d6 psychic damage?
Dorian's
Does she
dead.
still... Yeah.
She's still under the effects. It lasts for 30 days.
And I need you to know that you are more than the things that have happened to you. And you are who you choose to be. And I know I said I never want to see the Phantom of the Opera again. But my father promised me the Angel of Music, and for a time you were that to me. If that is who you choose to be, I would be more than happy to see that side of you. You were once my one companion. You were all that mattered. You were once a friend and savior. Now our worlds are shattered. Wishing you were somehow here again, knowing we must say goodbye. So as her voice goes into the conch and is secured away, the one final finger of the monkey's paw curls up, and the paw collapses into dust that spirals around both Christine and you. And you see Phantom's painting burst out, and his essence and his soul is restored to him as the painting disintegrates, now that Christine has wished that he would somehow be here again.
Hell yeah.
Phantom, restore your max HP to what it should be, and remove any painting-based disabilities, as you are back to normal. Being the monkey's paw, it begins to continue to encircle Christine, and the ashes of the paw begin to spiral around her neck and throat, and a heavy weight descends on her, and you can feel a bit more solidity in the conch as the monkey's paw rips away any shred of her natural voice, regardless of the limitations of the conch.
The reason why I left Wales was on the night of the full moon, I left my cane at home. I made plans to go have dinner at night with someone I really cared about. Her name was Gwen, and I really felt for her, but I never told her the truth. And I realized all too late that it was the night of the full moon. And when I woke up, I saw my father there, looking at me, terrified. I saw Maleva trying to pull me away and get on the carriage and leave, and then, last thing of all, I saw Gwen there, shredded to pieces.
Looks over to the ooze one more time and begins to say a prayer to Osiris. He knows that whatever happens here, he is going to come out the other side as Imhotep. He is going to cannonball into the ooze.
Oh no! Let's go!
Change your race from mummy to mummy lord.
Hell yeah! Mary, I think in order to free all these souls, I remember reading something in the book of being able to use a Reaper scythe, and that might be the quicker option.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Within this portrait, there is a tiny miniature demiplane that you can store stuff in. It is not a thing you can traverse, but it's essentially a slight variation on a bag of holding that is not lethal to put a person inside of.
And then I would like to sing the song.
All right. The ground begins to rumble beneath you, and clouds start to billow overhead. Everybody else starts to arrive as you see shadowy entities and various demonic monstrosities beginning to emerge from this rift.
Eric, what are you doing?
As you emerge from the other side of the canal, and more of these creatures begin to rain out, you see a distorted but familiar-looking mummy emerge and descend down to the ground before you on one wing.
Oh my god. There's our boy. These giant billowing sleeves come out and outflood all these little dark spectral entities, all tiny little cats. All these little cats that are gonna go up and they're gonna start like painting the rifts in the sky, and as if pulling chains, Mephistopheles is going to like zip all these tears closed.
Imhotep is going to look at Phantom, smile, and simply say, "That belongs to me." And he's gonna cast Gios.
Ah!
How do you like my army? Silence, not a good sign.
That is a perfect time to cut back to hell.
Uh-oh.
I fucking knew it.
Uh-oh.
As Imhotep, you make your way into Avernus.
Yeah, because I wasn't trying to bring back Imhotep, Larry. I lied to you. Dracula killed me. Dead. I don't think a single one of you has what it takes to defeat, destroy, and remove from play Dracula. So I was hoping for some sort of, I don't know, weapon, creature, army, preferably.
Those things are me! Those things are what are afflicting me, and you just unleashed thousands of them!
Yes, because you're incredible, Larry. You were the only reason we all got out of that castle alive.
Do you understand the damage you could cause if you were just gonna...
Damage, Lawrence? What, a few measly people? Some random bystanders in the background?
I was just a random bystander in the world. At some point, Mary was just a random bystander in the world. All of us were. And you know who is also just a random bystander in the world right now? Christine! You unleashed chaos incarnate. Who knows where she's at? Who knows what she could have encountered because of this?
She has a gun.
It's a fake gun!
I may not have thought all of the consequences through. I never meant to endanger Christine.
What the fuck did you all do?
It is good to see you again as well.
Yes, hi, Imhotep. I appreciate the new coat of paint. You look very dashing now. But what the fuck happened?
Am I seeing the subtitles for that or no?
Can I put my runes and like float them out so that I can translate. The runes basically say that Marlowe is blatantly accusing Eric and that he needs to be put to death.
I grab him by his collar, I bring him, and because I can't hear, I was like, how dare you say that he needs to die? He was trying to help us.
Marlowe will look at you blank-faced and say, I don't know how well you can hear or understand this right now, but you have grossly misunderstood the power dynamic here. And a shield of flame erupts around him.
Oh, shit.
Once you get everything sorted out here again, don't come looking for me. And then he'll disappear in a puff of smoke.
I have a few more days. Oh, shoot.
Your hand burns with the intensity of 4 days till the full moon.
And Larry's like, oh, fuck. I've not been counting.
Jack kind of like finds his way to like the back area, and he finally takes off his plague doctor mask, puts it in front of him, and stares at it for a good while. Are you there? Are you seeing this? This is getting really out of hand. And I feel like I'm struggling to hold on right now.
So you are losing your invisibility from what it looks like.
Yeah. There was a time after the serum took effect, I didn't have complete control.
But you expect that you would be able to maintain your control should you use it again.
You feel a slight chill in the room, and the plague mask is in a completely different part of the room looking at you.
So you are here. Fuck.
Look, I think it's clear that something real weird happened when I sang that song. But I'm gonna be honest with you, weird monster thing that looks like Imhotep. I just wanted a super weapon, cool, mega powerful thing to kill a vampire. Is that what you're here to do?
I have no interest in your vampire. I have my own goals that I'm here to meet. You see him fiddle with a ring. Your group took something from my mistress, and I'm here to return it. He reaches his hand, and as he does, it breaks and extends and is slightly too long.
I knew it! I knew it! I knew it!
Inside the mausoleum, you see a large, ornate wooden coffin.
As everyone leaves, I go to the edge of the door, I do the Roy Mustang's finger snap, and as I light it, use my rage to light it on fire, I just duck it out of the way.
After millennia, you are the first to have succeeded. Your freedom is at hand. Do we have a deal?
The Phantom. I believe he can learn. I would amend that specific part of the agreement. Should I fail to save the soul of the Phantom of the Opera for whatever god wishes to claim it, then he is yours. But that I will try to save him from himself.
Once you make the agreement and use the key, it will shapeshift into a legendary +2 scimitar called the Hellraiser.
Imhotep kind of looks to Asmodeus, nods, and signs on the dotted line.
Asmodeus lights up and says,
Oh, trust me. The pleasure is all mine.
and you feel a rumble and the sound of heavy chains breaking as the ruby on this key lights up. And as surrounding Asmodeus, a series of chains appear around him.
You fucking lied to me.
Shatter, and he levitates up, free of their grasp, as you hear 9 distinct thuds. And
I just got them to sign his escape plan.
Yes, you did.
So while you're doing all that, you hear a very muffled, "Where are they putting these things in the bag?"
I pull out Imhotep's body. I was like, "Is that you? Is that really you?"
Sensitive, please let go.
Imhotep, is that you? Is that really you?
Yes! I had truly hoped that this would go much better than it had here. Crack. But I can see now he cracks again. And that's despite how foolish you are. One more crack and his body begins to extend and gross. That you aren't as stupid as I had thought.
Who the frick is that?
As you jump out of the shadows, slash at its throat, and topple the head off of the man who is too long, the head starts to roll away, and several sets of arms that are too long reach out, grab onto it.
Oh no!
And he is going to skitter away, holding the hand back, looking at all of you, making eye contact with Imhotep, and disappearing into the night.
Cheeky bastard.
Imhotep, you're back!
Imhotep! I don't know about y'all, but I'm gonna run up and hug him.
Wait, why can't we go back to Stratford?
Well, cause, the other Imhotep had the book.
Son of a bitch!
Sitting on the porch, in a rocking chair, flipping through pages of the Necronomicon.
Oh.
God damn it.
Is Mother Carrionite.
This is a little out of character for me, but I suppose the opportunity is a little too enticing. One more soul. The soul of Richard Milo Renfield.
And Larry, you feel that amulet spike with ice.
Yeah, you!
But you know what I slap on top of that?
The Card Captor's Curse.
The Card Captor's Curse!
If you kill her, her soul gets trapped in a card.
Now we've got some leverage, damn it!
And with the glow of your Card Captor's Curse, she will, like Dr. Facilier at the end of Princess and the Frog, will slowly get dragged into the card, and reaching out with ghostly ethereal claws, she grips after Sister Sycorax, who gets pulled in behind her.
No. Now, no one gets what they want.
Sister Sycorax gets grabbed, pulled, and starts to get dragged in as her ghostly talons grapple onto the floor.
No, not again!
And the spirit of Granny Grimhilda slowly begins to rematerialize before her, and similarly along the chain, Sister Sycorax grabs onto her, and with a look of panic and then a shrug, the last thing you hear as this chain of hags gets pulled into the card is her laughter echoing before silencing out. And the three witches all collapse in on the card.
When we're in the cottage, he puts Larry down, lays him down so he's somewhat comfortable, and he puts the scythe next to him, puts Larry's hand on the scythe, and is like, I don't know if this will help him, but if it does, cool. If it doesn't, well, we got time to attune later.
So you found a cauldron of crafting that you can use to incorporate your cloak of billowing into your coat of invisible man. I'll be seeing you around. Enjoy the spoils of your victory. And with a wink as he turns into generic Monster Manual Bard, he pulls out a lute, strums, and as the music reverberates, the swamp water ripples around beneath him, he gets blurry and fades away.
Oh shit.
Sick.
And congratulations, you have reclaimed the Necronomicon.
Yes. I have, and he's gonna take the locket and place it on a table in front of everyone. The human soul of Renfield is in this locket.
I am the reason that no vampire spawn has been able to touch you since
Warwick Castle. I have been keeping them at bay and keeping you alive. Whether you take my advice or not, I am the only one who has the knowledge that you need to get through to the Master.
When I got this javelin, Renfield, I took an oath that creatures and people like ourselves can move away from their evil ways. They can become better, even if the world around them scorns and hisses and curses their names. If you are like Vordenberg, and you have helped us, then you may be on that path of redemption. Every part of my body is screaming to destroy you here and now, but I'm not going to do that.
I, as I'm sure you feel as well, feel as though redemption is out of the cards for me. And where I take exception to your oath is that some damage runs too deep. I was free of Dracula when he was slain the first time, but it was not freedom. Things still lingered. I tried in every capacity to go back to the life that I lived before, but it was inescapable. Even from beyond the grave, I could not free myself from his thrall. I want to make sure that not only is he put away for good, but I need to ensure that that power is taken away from him, that he is taken down from the pedestal that he elevates himself onto. I need to see him not only defeated, but destroyed. That is why I am helping you fucking nitwits. You are my best opportunity at getting back to him and making sure that he falls. I am not asking for you to trust me. I am simply asking for you to be rational. There are still 3 coffins left, and as long as those coffins still exist, he will respawn directly from the nearest of those coffins. There is one stationed in Big Ben. There is another stationed in Warwick Castle, which by now is probably more akin to Castle Dracula. London will not be easy, but if you keep me by your side, you will not have to deal with the spawn. So as the Lotus Pendant blooms, you are left with the choice of which of these moments to go back to and to replace.
I have to go back to the worst day of my life. I have to go back to the day that I killed Gwen.
Hey, Lair. Are you okay? You're in early today.
Gwen, I'm going to tell you something absolutely insane. I was cursed, and I am a werewolf. I came back to this moment, and today is the night of a full moon. Gwen, if I stay here, you die. So I have to go.
Sorry, you're from the future? Okay, so...
I know. You're honestly, Gwen, you're taking this miraculously well for all the nonsense I just spattered at you.
I mean, I understand why you didn't tell me. This is... Oh, boy. But so you... sorry. Then you killed me?
I'm so sorry, Gwen. I'm a monster, Gwen. I can't be here. I can't pretend to live a normal life. I can't endanger you.
You're allowed to want to live life. You deserve to want to live life. And if you killed me, the point is, you didn't now. Like, I'm here. Larry, you're not a monster.
But the fact of the matter is, I still have to accept that it did happen. Now I know I lose you either way. But at least this way, I know you're safe.
Lair, anyone who has endured half of what you just said and is not a coward, you could stay.
Gwen, I can't stay. Because if I stay and I continue on the way things were, it's just another mistake away from ending up right back where we started. Where I started.
Okay. I trust you, Lair, and if you have to go, Well, I'm certainly not sending you off like this. Not when you're talking about monsters and you being a coward. Lair, before you leave, at least let me talk some sense into you. You came back to this point, and you get to decide what happens next. And that's the important part, Lair, because I just know that you're going to do incredible things, and you're going to help people and really matter to people. And I think that's what you need to focus on.
I've missed you, Gwen. And he's going to go in and give her a hug.
Oh, big hug. These earrings have been in my family for a while, and they're a pair. And pairs don't like to be separated forever. So go out there and do what you need to do, find what you need to find. But when you're ready someday, bring it back to me so they can be reunited. Okay?
Stratford is just up ahead. If we can establish ourselves there and combine our resources with that town, we can stand a very good chance. They can help us. We just need to help them first. I know there's at least one vampire plaguing this town. If we take it out, then they will at least be free from its thrall.
So Gonzo is in crisis mode right now. She begins reciting to herself some old incantations as she takes a deep breath and sigh and begins the extremely long and involved process of a thing that she does not want to do, turning the entirety of Stratford into hallowed ground.
Oh, shit. You're not serious, are you? Giving the undead safe harbor? From what?
I'm laying down the groundwork for this to be an emergency measure. I would really prefer, for a variety of reasons, that it not need to come to that. But I need to be ready to enact it to protect this town.
There are these horrible things with multiple legs and mostly mouth and eyes and...
Gorilla peds.
Before starting my mission here, I took an oath. And in that oath, I have dedicated myself to protect people. I know that's just my word, but I hope that that's at least enough to start. And then I can show you with my actions.
I don't think I ever got your name.
Oh, I'm so sorry. My name's Jonathan. I'm Jonathan Harker.
What do you want? Now's not a good time for me. Now's not a good time for you.
Oh, no.
Listen here, you insufferable bitch. You need to understand that in 24 hours, there will not be a nest. So if you want to remain in this town, you are going to have to convince the people of this town to let you stay.
Oh, shit.
There's a town over there suffering. Suffering because of monsters like you. And there is a poor woman there. And somehow, she is willing to put her life on the line for undead monsters like you. But if I have anything to say about it, no one is going to have to suffer like I did at the hands of creatures like you anymore. I dined with Death himself. I was stuck in his house for months. And when I got out of there and when I finally broke free, I was the one that took off his head.
What are you planning?
We're planning on helping the good Lady Amelia de Gonzola to enact her right of hollow and push all of you damn bastards out of this town.
All right, whatever it is you want, I'll go quietly.
Mist, blindfold him.
You got it.
We're gonna have a little chat in the woods.
You're the only one doing anything about this? Would it be Stratford if anyone else helped? You and I have known each other for quite some time, and go back quite a ways. There is a reason I entrusted care of this town to you. Tell me, how dire is everything? There is a non-zero chance that what I am doing right now will kill me. I don't know how much allegiance you still have to this place. If this town still matters to you now, the way that it did then I need your help to protect it.
I'm guessing you're the one that other vampire was talking about.
Statistically, probably, but, what do you mean?
Do you want to test whether I'm lying? and he is going to cast Zone of Truth. But Jonathan's going to choose to fail. I met him on the road, and we had a chat. It sounds like he's someone you know very well. Whether or not you're fond of him, I'll leave that to be your business. When this town no longer serves you, what are you going to do?
I suppose I'll do what I always do and try to find another one that does.
And Jonathan's going to nod as his biases are confirmed.
But there's no place quite like this one.
What do you mean?
This is the one place where I can't exactly get away with my normal routine, and that intrigues me. I suppose it's the reason why I keep coming back to Maledict. He's the only one who won't put up with my shenanigans. And I want to know where the line is. And the more trouble that I cause, the more he will retreat back into that house of his, the less involved he'll be with all of this. And I like it that way, because the more autonomy that he begins to show himself, the more likely he is to realize he's too good for me.
Do you genuinely love him? Do you feel love?
I suppose under this zone of truth, I can honestly say, I don't know. I suppose as far as I am capable of that.
I don't know what kind of games he's playing. I don't know what's happening here. We need to leave.
All I'm asking, which as long as you're under this zone of truth, you can't, is that you don't lie to yourself about where your priorities are, because it's clearly not about protecting the people.
It's about saving the people.
Saving which people?
You see, he's holding back so hard, but he mouths the word Mina. You're right. I did not swear an oath to protect people because I have continually failed to protect the people around me. I lost my good friends, and I lost my wife, Mina, to the likes of Dracula. My oath and my tenets are to fight the greater evil, and by any means necessary. No mercy for the wicked. And if I fail, and my foes are able to wreak ruin upon this world, I will know it is because I failed to stop them. I can't protect people, but I will do everything in my power to destroy the evil that would hurt them. And I found that showing mercy upon the undead has just led me to more pain and more hurt. I would be lying if I said that if some part of me didn't hope you were right.
I do not claim to know what a soul is, but something resembling one is possible in these creatures that don't have one. We'll see where we end up after this. I would like that. The only thing I can promise you is to wait and see. But for now, we have more pressing concerns than whatever our relationship is. I understand.
There is a looming presence in the sky.
Organize everyone the best you can. Come to me with a verdict in about 10 minutes.
Congratulations, Dan. You got 6 out of 6 points to convince Stratford to ally themselves with the undead. And you see, starting to crest over the trees and over the hill, there is this horrible demonic face, teeth so large, their tusks, multiple eyes, and 4 arms like a giant gorilla. But the arms and legs and limbs keep on going, and you see 30 feet tall, a gigantic gorillapede. Also known as an Udok, but for our purposes.
On the edge of town, just off screen, the house begins to rumble. It slowly starts to lift up off of the ground as an enormous pair of legs begin to unfurl out from underneath the House of Mysteries, and it starts to lift itself up and let out a mighty bellow. as the house looms on the distance and begins to make its way in, joining into the initiative.
Yes.
Oh, shit!
Yeah.
He's going to help Gonzo complete the ceremony the way she wants it completed. And that divine energy, that righteousness, that oath of vengeance that he carried with him into this is snapped. His paladin oath of vengeance is broken.
Ooh. Oh.
Mina would be proud.
This ground in Stratford is now hollowed.
Where are we at? I still believe that we both need to do a little work on ourselves before this can continue. I will stick around here, try to reintegrate myself into this society, help with the rebuilding process, take point on a few things, and be better about getting it where it needs to be. This isn't the way that I wanted to hear this, but I'm glad that I'm hearing it. I think I need to stretch my wings, as it were, and get around the English countryside. After all, you've seen the state that it's in, and gonna gesture to the giant gorillapede, Udak, still banging against the barrier. Do you mind if I take the house? And if I promise to bring it back, will you still be here when I do? I promise, if you promise, to make it back. I promise I will come back to you. You really helped me work through some issues and come to realize a few things, so I would like to keep that train going. I'll tell you what, I can help you get your mojo back, so you can help me become a better person. We'll have this whole buddy cop dynamic that we'll be working off of, and, and you will accompany me into my magical house.
Can I not?
I told you before, you really don't have a choice here. And then he's going to drag Jonathan, kicking and screaming, towards the House of Mysteries.
Yes, Jack, how can I hi?
Oh, right.
As he kind of realizes you're totally visible now.
And he puts the conch down in the bottom of the cauldron. I'm going to try to set you free. But otherwise, if that doesn't work, maybe we can make you my strength a little more. Literally. And he draws his rapier. And he flips it upside down, and he stabs it down, smashing the conch in the cauldron.
Shit.
Okay.
All right. And the cauldron explodes with magical energy, bubbling and boiling up, as the voice of Christine lifts up, wraps around the sword, and it begins to transform before you. And go ahead and add to your inventory a singing sword. There is a laboratory inside the clock tower where, let's just say, experiments have been run on behalf of the master. The sky is completely impenetrable, blocked out by smoke, as an ashy residue covers all of the buildings and all of the materials around you, and there is an inescapable sulfuric smell as the land is permanently cloaked in darkness.
It's crazy. It's so dark out there. Isn't it midday?
Well, didn't he say something about it always being night?
The sun.
Yeah.
He blacked out the sun.
May these new scientific marvels embolden the bravest among you to step forth and allow yourselves to be reborn as my knights.
Sick.
A man steps forward to take his place in the center of the podium, and he addresses the crowd.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of most ages, these are desperate times. But we continue to stand victorious, thanks to my esteemed mind and your contributions. I have but to think of a thing, and it is created. Allow me to mortify and conquer your curiosity. And let this exhibition begin!
And a small cluster of guards approach the stage.
Behold, the Knights of Dracul. Stand back. You and I are about to place ourselves in some peril.
One of the guards grimaces, sweats profusely, and then spits out a fireball into the sky.
Oh, gross.
You see, I can unlock this potential in each and every one of you.
Oh no.
For these gifts and more are waiting if you can cast aside the limitations of the human mind and bravely face up to your potential.
Oh no.
Yes, the existence of a man is a small thing to take, but a mighty thing to employ. And I shall use my expertise to employ these and more. Those of you who are willing to volunteer yourselves, come with me as we make further progress and discoveries. For everyone else, thank you for your time and your generosity. Remember, your contributions make my miracles possible. Until next time, I'll leave you with my latest miracle. Behold, as I, Dr. Henry Jekyll, demonstrate the secret of invisibility.
Tell me, Doctor, is the flesh golem ready?
What?
The body, as you can see, is in, shall we say, less than desirable conditions. It is prepared to function as a vessel for your soul, but at this precise moment, I cannot guarantee that the vulnerability you sought to exercise has been excised.
I would hazard a guess that the soul of the Baron Vordenberg has roughly 24 hours of fight left in it. Then I would like you to travel to the Church of Saint Mary in Fairstead in order to ensure that when my coffin arrives there, that it successfully takes its place at the grave marker of the Countess Milarka Garnstein. All right, so as you plunge the flaming sword into the coffin, it begins to collapse and incinerate into ash around you, letting off a cloud of necrosis that wafts up through the clock tower.
Ooh, uh-oh.
Change of plans, Doctor. This is your opportunity to prove yourself.
Go, go, Froggy Rangers, indeed.
They spasm to the ground, bubbling up, boiling over, taking the form of these very amphibioid, frog-like monstrosities.
Why did you help me?
I am trapped in this tower, the same as all of you. We will need the use of someone without a reflection.
You need me in order to solve the equation that you can't figure out.
You're the only one who can get us all out of here.
The glowing spot on the back of its head brightens up, and it starts to melt down into ooze as it jitters and becomes genetically unstable, and leave behind a glowing gland that has been enlarged from the back of the brain.
Oh.
That then dims.
Huh.
I'm sorry.
Huh?
And he'll down the solution, and then all he's got to do now is apply the stuff to his skin.
Whoa, wait, we can reverse this, right?
You hear Hyde start to be racked with laughter and glee as Jack Griffin turns invisible.
Change your alignment to chaotic evil.
Oh, yes, Jack.
Oh, that little shit finally did it.
And you see the entire room is lined with mirrors.
Holy shit. That is too cool.
In the center of this floor, there is encased in glass and with hooks, needles, wires, and cords stemming from out of it. There is a guild man.
Oh no! No! Fish my!
Sitting suspended in a central chamber. This creature.
Say it. Oh my god.
Shipped from a small corner of the Amazon rainforest in Brazil, a little black lagoon. So between a 4 and a 19, both of those fail against the ceremony. So Grayson, please describe what happens as you change your alignment from chaotic evil back to chaotic neutral.
His eyes start to well up with tears. He sees Larry with his arms out, and he'll go in for a hug.
Aww. Yeah! Jack! Oh, I'm happy to have you back.
We invite you to take a stand for your own best interest and not to be subservient to something else.
This is the only opportunity that you will ever get to escape.
And you will be hit with 4 Eldritch blasts.
No!
That are going to send you off the roof of Big Ben. And you have 6 seconds to save yourself before you hit the ground.
As I start to fall, I swift, and I'm doing the hardcore one. Death Ward, and I am falling down Big Ben.
Oh!
So you will hit the pavement and maintain
1 HP.
1 hit point.
Oh my god.
Shit.
Like I said, I don't expect any of you to understand. But what I did was deeply merciful. I will not be free of Dracula, no matter how this plays out. And nothing could relieve the constant, increasing, ever-present, agonizing torment. And not for lack of trying. No! You shut up! I tried to end myself! And my hands would not obey me because they belonged to someone else!
You're right. We all have something that you didn't have. We have each other. And if you choose it, you can have us as well.
And the creature will respond to you with a feeling of gratitude as it hesitantly makes its way out of the painting and then will begin to scale down Big Ben. If you were to still have one of these modified pituitary glands, knowing the equation that Victor came up with in order to suppress and keep out the influence of Gore the Elderbrain, you could extract from both of those sources a chemical solution that would be able to suppress the influence of the version of you that manifests in your fits of invisible mania.
I know we all feel like we got a pretty good look at Renfield upstairs, and I don't think he was lying to us. But I do think he's desperate. And as someone who's been desperate, like a rat in a cage, I think he's gonna do more stupid, eldritch blasty shit in the near future.
I've got my card of the day kind of spinning in my hands. I would like to kind of kneel down near Imhotep and activate the lover's card on the locket.
Let's go!
So using your action to see what a creature most desires, you are getting 2 conflicting answers.
Oh boy. No.
He's got 2 wolves inside him?
What he wants on the surface, more than anything, is not only to take down Dracula, but to take control of Dracula and to be Dracula. You see deeper than that he wants overwhelmingly more than anything, peace.
Oh, come.
And release. But that is a want that is, as Ben and Grayson both mentioned, that has been beaten out of him. What is it that you seek?
I seek guidance. There is one soul who has been tormented. He has come to help us, and I want to know, is there any way that I could help bring Milo Renfield peace?
It is possible. Do not take that mission lightly, and do not blame yourself if you are unable to get through to him. But he is still not beyond salvation.
Is Mary, my namesake, is she happy?
I do not know. You have sworn an oath on my behalf, so I will swear this oath on yours. I will find that answer for you.
I grab the thing that looks like a handle, and I try to pull it out.
Almost like lifting from the sword in the stone.
Yeah!
You muscle enough strength to tear this engine out of the machine. Add to your inventory the Thunderbringer.
Yeah!
Moving forward, of course, I will not allow you to destroy more of my coffins, so you either leave this room, having pledged your loyalty to me, or you do not leave at all. Wait for the window, then strike and get out. As you hear echoing around the room,
Hate it still.
Entering from the back of the room with a covered-up gurney, Raynor, the soulless vampire spawn. Giggling gleefully. Did you miss me, Master? We have them now, right where we want them. We should take care of the more pressing matters first. Time is, after all, of the essence for the grand plan to gain a boon from the demon prince Orcus. For your ascent into lichdom. You can feel that the amulet that previously had contained Renfield's soul is now inert and nothing more than an empty piece of jewelry. We really do not have the time to spare. I did not ask for your input, Mr. Renfield. And need I remind you who holds the reins in this dynamic? I do not know that I want this soul in the state that it's in. Master, I do not know that that is... I do not know that I asked. You're beginning to outlive your usefulness. As he raises up his hands and begins to charge up his aura of death. So tell me, Mr. Renfield, who holds the reins now?
All right, let's go, boys!
You are no longer of any use to me. Go ahead and end yourself. Well, if you insist, Master. Power word kill.
I beseech the name of Asmodeus as I make one more devil's bargain.
Asmodeus has not been my patron for some time.
My power stems from Orcus. And he's going to use a thing that I have not, up until this point, given any enemies.
Oh, shit.
He's going to burn one of his legendary resistances. Mary, go ahead and destroy the coffin, and everyone roll initiative.
Oh, shit.
Eric is dead. And not downed. Dead.
Please describe your final moments.
Eric is, wrestling against the Bride of Dracula. He sees the bite come in. It rips a bunch of his life away. The Sea Sharp comes swinging as if to, get revenge on it. But Eric, waves it away. And he looks into Dracula's eyes and he says, I got my last chance to be redeemed and I took it. I would love to see you take this opportunity. But as he reaches out, boom, Vorpal Blade up through his back, basically. eviscerates him, turns, rips him in half. Now there is an ugly face half on one side and a pure, regular-looking man half that sloughs off on the other side.
Oh my god.
The wall of light from him fades out.
Farewell to the Phantom.
Wait.
Oh.
You are not doing it again, goddammit.
I have Revivify this time. As long as it is within the minute.
As I reach and I slam the hammer down into him, I just yell, "This is for Carmilla!" I unlodge it and I slam the hammer into the javelin, piercing it further into his heart. It's like, "This is for my friends! And this last one!" As I raise it, and right before I slam it down, I go, "Vordenberg, I'm sorry. This is for the Phantom!" And I slam the hammer down. I know you're not done yet, you son of a bitch.
Everything stops as the 9th level spell, Time Stop, takes effect. As you hear echoing through the room around you. The covered body of the flesh golem explodes with red light seeping out from underneath the body bag, and you hear echoing around the room.
Or perish.
My time has passed 3 times before. I will not extend it this time on your behalf.
Dodging these hands, reaching out across the wall, feeling the swirling vortex of the floor, is going to take the scythe and swipe it through Dracula's form.
And Dracula evaporates into mist. And from that mist, barely holding together, glitching in and out of existence, is the tattered remains of Vordenberg's soul.
Imhotep takes his bandages and wraps them around his hands, and the runes on them begin to glow. No, I did this once before, just I need him a little bit longer, pleading with whoever to bring the soul back.
First, Phantom's eyes shoot open, disoriented and afraid. Thank you so much, and I'm glad you didn't die this time. I mean it.
The Necronomicon begins to lift and float out of your pack. It flips itself open and begins to spiral as letters, words, and runes lift off from the page and begin to magnetically get drawn to this flesh golem. It shoots up as it spasms, as light pours out of its eyes, as you feel the temperature of the room wildly fluctuate.
What the fuck did you guys do while I was dead?
And the body inflates with decompositional bloat, growing bigger and more rotund.
My God. Dan, you're not. It's fucking Orcus himself. We summoned Orcus.
I mean, we didn't.
Would not comply. Karnstein will need to suffice. 2 souls, 1 cage. No. Tepesh first.
And he looks down at all of you, starts to hold up a hand, and then with a strain, lowers it, and says,
"This is my last mercy on you. Be smart. You have all beheld the toll that contains my knowledge stolen from his domain.
It was from his domain.
And everywhere you look, townspeople are in a panic. Dracula's forces, the commoners, the demons, everything are scrambling as the demon prince of undeath, Orcus, flies overhead and begins to assemble an army.